I don't like where this is going for the Miami Heat, and if something doesn't change soon, we're not going to have the bright future that we thought that we had. We know that in this current trade season, the Miami Heat aren't really focused on the right now, as we've gone over reports how Ja Morant would love to come to Miami, and essentially at first we thought that we'd love to have Ja. However, Pat Riley decides he has other plans. He's focused on the future and not the present, waiting for Giannis, Jokic, or even Luka to become available and not taking on any big contracts. And because of that, the Miami Heat really isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Even though they did beat the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, it was the loss against the Boston Celtics that got a lot of Heat fans riled up, where Erik Spoelstra had a lot to say about Kel'el Ware and essentially just assuming that he's not even trying out there, even though he isn't even getting real minutes or a real opportunity. And the fact that we do know now that the Heat aren't focused on the present, that could end up hurting us down the road if players aren't feeling like they're treating well or given a shot to really improve and help this team in the present moment. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the comments that Erik Spoelstra had against Kel'el Ware, what's really going on with the Heat, why is this happening to Kel'el Ware, and what needs to change before everything falls apart. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Heat Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Heat related. And before we get started with today's video, we do have a word from the sponsor of this video, and that is Kalshi. And if you download it today using the link below and enter code DIGESTNBA, you'll get $20 when you trade your first 100. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the US. On their platform, you can trade yes or no on real-life events like sports, elections, news, and pretty much everything. And whether you're in California, Texas, or anywhere else across the country, Kalshi is live in all 50 states. For sports fans, trade on game outcomes, playoff chances, or player performances, all on a regulated market where you can cash out anytime. Who will be Ja Morant's next team? Will he come to Miami? Will he stay in Memphis? Or will he retire? Place your predictions and cash out big with Kalshi. And don't forget to use code DIGESTNBA for an extra $20 when you trade your first 100. Thank you, Kalshi, for sponsoring this video. But like I said, the Miami Heat have a lot to work to do, and not just with repairing this roster, as yes, the team could be constructed a little bit better, but more so focusing on just the welfare of your players. And the one player who's been under a lot of scrutiny all season long has been Kel'el Ware. Now, we do know Erik Spoelstra doesn't really mince words when it comes to the players. He holds everybody to a very high standard, and rightfully so. However, there does come to a point where it does seem like you're picking on a player, or you're just saying things just to put them down or possibly hurt their trade value, as we do know that there is a market for Kel'el Ware. Teams are interested. He's a 7-footer who can space the floor. He's putting up decent numbers, almost a double-double on the season, although he hasn't been getting the right amount of minutes over the last several games. And like I said in the intro, even though we did beat the Thunder last night, Kel'el Ware was nowhere to be found. He had maybe 7-10 minutes of action. Not really enough to have a true impact on the game. Still was able to perform. But it was the game against the Boston Celtics where Erik Spoelstra may have gone a little bit over the line. And this was the quote from Spo. Coach Spo on Kel'el Ware not playing the second half, saying, "With Kel'el, I know that's a lightning rod topic. He needs to get back where he was 7-8 weeks ago, where I felt he was stacking good days. He's stacking days in the wrong direction now." Now, at first, that comment is harmless. Yes, you want him to be better, and that's okay. Every coach should have that same mentality for all of their players, especially with someone like Kel'el Ware, who is a hot commodity amongst many teams. Any team would be lucky to have him. So I understand where Spoelstra is coming from. If he's not playing well, hold him to a higher standard, hold him accountable, and help him move forward in the right direction. But if we take a look at how well Ware has been playing this year, he's been doing fairly well, averaging 11.5 points, 9.9 rebounds, 0.5 assists, shooting 53.5% from the floor, and 41.7% from three on almost about 3 attempts per game is actually really good. And his free throw percentage is 81.5%, 0.9 steals, 1.1 blocks, 1 turnovers, and 1.6 fouls per game. For a second-year player in his sophomore year, almost a double-double. We can say it's a double-double. 9.9 rebounds, rounded up to 10. He's averaging a double-double as a sophomore on 23.9 minutes per game. The efficiency is there. Kel'el Ware overall is having a very good season, but I understand if Erik Spoelstra is looking at just the small sample size of his most recent play and wanting him to bounce back. But you have to be careful about how you go about it. As we all know, the Heat aren't looking to make trades right now. They want to look for the future. But when the future comes, players like Kel'el Ware, who may feel like he's being neglected, may want to go somewhere else, a team that can actually use him, that will actually appreciate him being there, give him the opportunity to grow. One thing that a lot of young players like Ware needs is the opportunity to make mistakes. You need to be able to go out there, fail, make mistakes, and learn from them. Erik Spoelstra isn't doing Kel'el Ware any favors by pulling him out or giving him very little playing time if he's making mistakes. Allow him to play through it. The Miami Heat are in the play-in picture right now, so unless we end up falling out of the picture, then there's nothing really to lose at this point. Allowing Kel'el Ware to make mistakes and improve on the fly isn't going to hurt the team that bad. If we take a look at how he's been playing over a nice little stretch of games, this was literally less than a month ago. We have the best player from the 2024 draft who can legit do everything on the court at 7 feet. Kel'el Ware has the most potential from our young core, but yet Spo doesn't see that. And he dropped a 28-19 game on 73% from the floor. Before that, he had a 24-14 game with 6 3-pointers made, as well as a 22-point, 12 rebound, and 4 block game. I mean, Kel'el Ware has had great performances. He's proven that even though he's only in the second year of his career, he can still produce and improve throughout the course of a season. So I don't know what Erik Spoelstra's problem is. I don't know if this is tough love or maybe him and Pat Riley are just not really in tune with what this team needs now. It's not 2010. It's not 2011. It's 2026, and this team needs a new vision because whatever we were doing years before obviously isn't working right now. But there's another quote from Spoelstra. He did follow with the initial quote about Kel'el Ware, and it's got a lot of fans upset. But if we take a look right here, a key quote from Spo at the end of this clip on Kel'el Ware saying, with young players, sometimes they'll subconsciously say, hey, I'll play poorly until you give me the minutes I think I deserve. That's not how this works. Is Coach Spo implying Ware isn't playing good on purpose because his minutes went down? That is very, very dangerous. That can kill motivation. That can kill just the confidence that a young player like Kel'el Ware has by implying that he's playing bad on purpose so he can get more. What sense does that make? I'll throw the quote right back up because that makes absolutely no sense. Hey, I'll play poorly until you give me the minutes I think I deserve. Who does that? That doesn't even sound like the right thought process for any basketball player, for any professional athlete at all, that if I play bad, eventually they'll give me more minutes. No, if you play bad, you're just not going to get minutes at all. So instead of acknowledging that Kel'el Ware may be going through something, that Kel'el Ware may be dealing with a struggle, that he may need some help on his game, instead of trying to give him that help, you just accuse him of playing bad. That's not what a good coach does. And we also have a quote from Dwayne Wade and Udonis Haslem on this very same situation between Spo and Kel'el Ware, with Dwayne Wade saying this: the first part I understand lockstep about understanding the day need to be stacked for a young player. The second part I don't understand, of the subconscious I'm going to play bad. I've watched Ware. I don't know him personally, but the kid was playing so well earlier in the year where it looked like he was a centerpiece. You hate to see it get right here. I don't think he's intentionally trying to play bad. It feels like there's a misunderstanding of where he is at this point in his career. I'm sure he's frustrated. I don't think this kid is subconsciously trying to go out there and sabotage his minutes and own career. It's hard to get a rhythm and flow when you don't know it's coming. And then also we do have this quote from Udonis Haslem just backing up Dwayne Wade, saying that makes absolutely no sense if that's the case. What I'll say to Kel'el and any young basketball player is there's going to be so many things that are out of your control. I get that's frustrating, but if you step on the court and you're playing in a situation where you're frustrated, not playing with joy, not playing with effort and energy, then you allow everything those coaches say to be right. Put them in position to earn their money and say he is one of our top 7 to 8 guys. He should be playing. Let me figure out ways to get him more minutes. What you can do is when you step on the floor, make sure your minutes are impactful. This goes for Kuminga, Kel'el, Ja. When you walk on the court with your head up, you know what? You allow them to be right about taking your minutes. Don't give them that satisfaction. Udonis Haslem and Dwayne Wade both had very wise words on the situation between Erik Spoelstra and Kel'el Ware. A good coach needs to be able to identify what is going on with some of your young players. Where are they at in their progression? Why aren't they producing? How can I help you and fix you? But also knowledge for a player like Ware, where if things are going bad, if you're not getting a lot of minutes and the coaches are saying wild stuff, the best way to combat that is prove them wrong. Go out there on the court, put out the best performance in whatever limited minutes that you're allowed, and force them to give you a better role. Or in the next few years, whenever his contract's up, he can go somewhere else where he is appreciated. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think that Erik Spoelstra was out of pocket for what he said about Ware? Do you agree with Dwayne Wade and UD about what needs to happen from the coach and the player? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for starting the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.